So in this video, we're going to be talking about natal Leo moon in the 6th house and what this placement means. So if you have this placement, you are in the right place. And with that being said, what does the moon represent? Well, the moon represents our sense of security. It also shows our emotions, and it also represents a resource that we depend on in life, and it's something that we utilize to our advantage, but it's also a resource that we defend, and it's something that gives us our sense of security. So when the moon is in Leo, this is about the ego, or also it can be about energy levels in this case in particular. But generally speaking, with the moon in Leo in the 6th house, there is a tendency for conserving your energy, because Leo is about our energy levels, and it's also about passion and inspiration. And the 6th house is about organization or being very particular. So when you have this placement, in general, you have this need, as indicated by the moon, which is about needs, to be productive, but also to expend your energy wisely. And you're very particular and organized about how you expend your energy. And also the 6th house is about mundane life and day-to-day life. And the sign Leo is about inspiration. So in a general sense, how you really feel when you have this placement is you have this need to feel inspired or passionate throughout your day-to-day life in order to be productive. And a lot of times, since the 6th house can show work, and the sign Leo is about passion, fun, or creativity. A lot of times there could be an element of fun or pleasure or creativity to your work life and to your career. And since the moon shows emotions, you always have to be doing something that you actually feel like doing, or something that interests you or that your heart is in. So again, this placement shows a need to feel productive, because the 6th house is about productivity and it's about task lists. And you usually achieve it through fun or creative outlets, by making your career perhaps as a form of a creative career, or something that revolves around your personal interests. Now also, since the moon shows needs, and what gives us emotional security, when the moon is in Leo, it shows that you have this need to feel validated by others, or you have this need to be valuable or to give value to others, because Leo is about giving value to others or entertaining others. And you have this need for evidence of your value, because the 6th house is about evidence. And so you're really receptive to unconscious things, and how other people react unconsciously, or how people act. You're very receptive to those things, and you tend to feel it in terms of your ego. So you tend to judge your value by how others act around you and by their unconscious reactions. You're very observant of how people react to your creations, or to your character, or to your personality. And a lot of times you just need evidence of being appreciated. And a lot of times as well, you have this desire to give value to others in very practical ways. You can be a very service-oriented person, and you just like to be productive, and you can be caring for others, and you like to take care of others, because the natural sign that has the 6th house in Leo is Pisces. And Pisces has the 5th house in Cancer, and Cancer is about caring. So you can be very caring for others. And also Cancer is the sign of the moon, and the moon is about resources. So you feel like you need to always be a resource to others when you have this placement. So you could be very service oriented, or your career can create like this responsibility of being a resourceful for other people. And you can get into a career where you have this responsibility to perform or to create value, especially to provide your creativity. Because one thing's for certain when you have this placement is that you will tend to be quite a creative individual, or at least you just have this appreciation to not appreciation, but you like to beautify things or make them more clean, organized, or nice. And you like to have an inspiring environment, and you like for your mundane life to be more exciting. And for that reason, like a lot of you guys will be quite imaginative characters. And also, when you guys don't feel inspired, you tend to be unproductive. And sometimes you can retreat from the world and you can just be more in your head, like more of a thinker, more of a dreamer. And like you just have this need to be entertained a lot, because the sign of Leo is about entertainment and the moon is about needs. So your life needs to feel like it is inspiring, and your day-to-day environment needs to be a source of inspiration, and even your career needs to be in alignment to your interests when you have this placement. In general as well, you guys get a lot of ideas, a lot of creative ideas, things that you want to make. And you guys can have a lot of creative skills, because the moon shows resources that we have, and the sixth house is about skills, and Leo is about talents. So there's a lot of creative skill with this placement, whether it's in the form of being an artist, or having performance abilities as well. You guys can be good performers in a sport or in a performance art. But just like I was saying earlier as well, your mood controls your energy levels, because the moon is about our mood. And the natural fifth house for this placement, for those of you guys have the sixth house in Leo, or basically have the moon in the sixth house in Leo, the natural fifth house relative to that is in Cancer. And since the fifth house shows our energy levels, Cancer is about our mood. So your mood definitely controls your energy levels. At least that's what this placement shows on an underlying level, even if you don't have the fifth house exactly in Cancer. But to really sum up this placement, there's this need to feel capable of accomplishing your tasks and responsibilities. And that's what gives you your sense of value, self-esteem, and security, is to know that you're capable of doing things. And for that, you need to feel always like you feel passionate about life. And also, you just have this desire to be a resource to others, and you always look for evidence of your value to others. You can be quite like self-critical of this with this placement. You can be a perfectionist, because the sixth house can show perfectionist tendencies. And especially when it comes to your character, your personality, or your ego, like you tend to have doubts about it. You tend to always think about how you come across to others, especially when it comes to communication. When people talk to you, or when you're talking to people, you tend to like overanalyze things. And you just always look for evidence that you're doing well. And finally, you guys are creatives. You guys can have a lot of creative abilities, even if it's just collaborative abilities. Maybe it's not you being an artist, but maybe it's you being able to come up with creative solutions. And you guys seek to bring like practical, so not solutions, but value to others, and to kind of inspire other people's imagination as well. Like you guys like to improve or beautify the world around you in terms of energetic qualities, because Leo's about energy. So you guys want to heighten the energy of the world around you at all times. And this is what gives you emotional fulfillment. And also just feeling inspired yourself gives you the fulfillment that you need. And it all helps you to be more productive. And also you really have this need or this desire to be as productive as possible. And so your energy is very important for that. And you tend to get down on yourself when you are feeling unproductive or in a slump. So with that being said, that basically covers what I had for this video noted. I hope it was not too scattered, and I hope you guys enjoyed and that it resonated. And if it did, or you saw yourself in any way in this video, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. And other than that, I appreciate you guys for watching and supporting this channel in any way that you do. And I'll see you guys sometime soon in another video. Don't forget to check the Patreon for bi-weekly lunar transit horoscopes, and also for a free natal chart reading if that interests you. I do a lot of great work with people's natal charts, and people really appreciate it, and they learn a lot, and it helps them a lot. So if you're somebody that has questions, then definitely check out my Patreon. Other than that, I will see you guys sometime soon in another video. Peace.